Wow. President Donald Trump, love him or hate him, truckers boycotting New York City is growing and is a direct action that speaks volumes about the grassroots level discontent with the state's political and legal decisions. Don't matter if you're in New York City, don't matter if you're in Florida, California. So get this, guys. This boycott sparked by solidarity with Trump and a broader frustration with the political climate. Thank you to all truckers standing up for justice out there. Truckers can change anything in America by boycotting. This is where the real power is. But get this, guys, just minutes ago, New York City judge just dropped another bombshell blow. Judge in Trump's civil fraud case denies the request to delay $355 million penalty that Trump was barred from operating his business in New York for 3 years and was also found liable for $355 million in damages in this civil fraud case. A New York City judge presiding over former President Donald Trump's civil fraud case has denied his legal team's request to avoid paying a $355 million penalty in this case. But it gets a lot worse than that, guys. But before we really peel back this onion, all I ask is that you guys kindly take a second, hit the like button for the video. I totally appreciate that. And I cannot thank you guys enough for always sharing these videos. It really does help out the channel. And it's really important that we get this information out here. Now, get this. So Trump lawyers had asked Judge Arthur Ergonon to delay enforcement of the payment by 30 days just to allow time for an orderly post-judgment process. New York District Attorney General Letitia James is going for blood as she's now saying that she'll seize Donald Trump's property if he can't pay the $454 million in civil fraud debt.
When I'm back in the White House, we will mount an all-out campaign to stop the scourge of violent crime in America. We're going to stop it. Upon my inauguration, I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical, out-of-control prosecutor in America for their illegal, racist, and reverse enforcement of the law.
Now, Donald Trump seeks to delay the $354 million fraud case penalties, but New York Attorney General says no further room for debate. Trump's lawyers were requesting a 30-day delay in the enforcement of penalties, but it looks like it's not going to happen. So the question that a lot of people have on their minds right now is this: why is New York City attacking former President Donald Trump? New York City Mayor Eric Adams, he launched a $53 million program to give prepaid debit cards to migrants to spend in bodegas. Users must sign affidavits promising only to use the card for food and baby supplies, with a family of 4 set to get up to $1,000 per month on these debit cards.
Tonight, New York City's mayor pushing back on criticism of a new $50 million program to hand out prepaid debit cards to migrant families.
We need to dispel the rumor that we gave American Express cards to everyone.
A limit of up to $1,000 per month for a family of 4.
If this is successful, we're going to expand it even more.
The pilot program drawing immediate criticism.
But what people really want to know is, where are the millions of dollars coming from that is going to pay for migrants to get these $1,000 gift cards every single month? Housed in one of New York City's hotels to receive these $1,000 prepaid cards? Well, this is where one of the theories actually comes from for why, out of the blue, Trump got slapped with a judge ruling that the Trump will need to pay $355 million in civil penalty fees to New York City. Is Trump being forced to pay for New York City's illegal migrant crisis? Is this the reason why they're coming after Trump, so that they can pay migrants to come to the United States illegally and have a way of funding this thing? Is Trump supposed to be paying for this? I'm just trying to make some sense of this. If no money was lost, and the banks that conducted, if no money was lost and the banks conducted their own asset appraisals, their own valuations, and have since been paid back in full, then why else would New York City District Attorney Letitia James say that she's going to seize Donald Trump's property if he can't pay $454 million in this civil fraud debt? Is New York City trying to bankrupt the former president and personally just destroy his legacy? Well, According to Forbes, Trump is nowhere near as rich as he boasts, nor as poor as some of his critics claim. So Donald Trump's real net worth, they're estimating, according to Forbes, $2.6 billion, according to Forbes' most recent tally conducted back in September 2023. So the $355 million penalty should not bankrupt Donald Trump, but it sure will definitely put a dent in his bank account. Now, Kevin O'Leary, he came out, Kevin O'Leary's decision to boycott New York represents this watershed moment in the intersection of business, politics, and even legal frameworks within the United States. So as a high-profile investor and TV personality on Shark Tank, among others, Kevin O'Leary's actions, it carries some significant weight, and it signals a broader sentiment within the business community and entrepreneurs regarding the operational and investment climate inside of New York City, particularly in the wake of the $355 million verdict against Donald Trump. 5-10 grand a month, depending upon the project. I'm a small business owner. There are other small business owners that do the exact same thing. Now, his choice, Kevin O'Leary, to redirect investments to states he deems more business friendly. He listed Oklahoma, North Dakota, West Virginia, Florida, and even Texas, and underscores a critical reassessment of the business landscape and the role of state policies and legal decisions in shaping investment policies and strategies. So Kevin O'Leary, his boycott, it's not just a personal or isolated decision. It serves as a public indictment of New York's political and legal environment, from which he perceives a very hostile environment for businesses and for investors, and of course, entrepreneurs as a whole, labeling New York as a loser state. He labels New York City or New York State as a loser state due to the actions against President Donald Trump and its broader political climate. So Kevin O'Leary, he further articulated a growing concern among investors about the risks of operating their businesses and their LLCs and S Corps, C Corps, whatever type of business entity that you have within the jurisdictions where legal actions can significantly impact your business interests. And so this stance, it really just kind of highlights a perception of unpredictability and hostility in New York's legal and political arenas, particularly deterring future investments and encouraging businesses to consider relocating or even expanding in states with more favorable conditions. And so a lot of people are now saying, is President Joe Biden literally using the bodies of government to his personal will to go against his competitor? Is President Joe Biden basically trying to financially deplete former President Donald Trump so that he doesn't have to worry about his greatest opponent come 2024 presidential elections? Is that what the plan is? Let me know what you guys think on that. Now, Kevin O'Leary's decision, it really signals a massive shift in how businesses approach investments and operational decisions right here in the United States. This is a pivotal moment, guys. By choosing to invest in states like Oklahoma, North Dakota, West Virginia, Florida, and even Texas, Kevin O'Leary is basically advocating for a strategy that prioritizes political and legal stability, as well as business-friendly policies, not to mention other key factors in terms of investment decisions. Some of these other states are just way more tax-friendly, having lower taxes, lower state tax, or even no state taxes whatsoever in some of these other states compared to New York State. Now, this one move could very well inspire other investors and companies to reevaluate their presence within New York State and similar states, leading to a redistribution of wealth, leading to a redistribution of investments toward regions that are perceived as more welcoming to business interests. How do you feel living in a business or living in a state that if they don't like you, they just want to go ahead and take all your assets in the form of fining you with civil penalties for which no one even filed against? None of the banks filed claims against Donald Trump saying, hey, this guy did me wrong. We need to be made whole. He didn't pay us back. None of that happened. So where does this come from? You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I mean, like, such a shift like this could literally have a significant, profound implication for state economies. And keep in mind, no one has a job without a business. No one has a job. No one has, a W-2 wage, weekly paycheck, biweekly paycheck without a job. And where do the jobs come from? The jobs come from businesses, from corporations. So if you piss off all the companies, if you piss off all the businesses, if you piss off all the entrepreneurs that operate in the state of New York, well, what do you think that's going to do to the local economy? You're going to see a massive wave of unemployment and joblessness if all of the companies decide to just pack their bags and leave all the commercial real estate inside of New York and say, the heck with it, we're not going to operate here. It's just not fair. So that could be a big problem. And this is not necessarily the best precedent that you want to set moving forward. I'm just saying. Let me know what you guys think on this. This kind of shift could really have a profound implication for all state economies, influencing job creation. Never mind the tax revenue that New York City stands to lose if multiple companies decide to move their businesses out of New York City. This could literally destroy the overall economic growth. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys appreciated the conversation. If you did, definitely hit the like button, subscribe, check out my previous videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.